Andre was beaten to death on August 29, 2021. His grandfather, Andrez Martina, is charged in his death. Andre's grandmother had custody, but his mother, Nikita Martina, was battling to take him back and expressed concerns about his safety.
Mom and him to stay away from my kids. My dad hurt me a lot. I never really got over it, and I didn't want to give him another chance.
Andre had a difficult upbringing, according to Alicia McCroy, Andre's grandmother, and had been seeing trauma and crisis therapists for the past year. She stated that he had been making progress. I was gradually getting him back to trying to be a kid, she said. He was that light in a dark place, even though he had a rough childhood. He was just bright. I don't see how people can harm kids, period, but especially not Andre. That smile he had was so infectious. The grandmother described Andre as a real people person who enjoyed watching his older brothers play basketball and talked about one day becoming an architect. She said he spent much of his free time building things on video games such as Minecraft and Roblox, or with Legos or anything else available. He was just real crafty, she said. Andrez Martina returned to Milwaukee from Indiana a little over 3 months ago to reconnect with his grandchildren. Martina's early attempts to establish a bond with the boys, according to the grandmother, were successful.
He asked me for the chance to, get to know his grandkids.
He worked up the street from the family home at an ice cream parlor. He'd take them shopping and bring them treats. He invited Andre and his brother to sleep over at his place on Saturday evening. He planned to take the boys shopping for school supplies the next day. The grandmother states that Martina texted her on Sunday morning claiming Andre stole his money. He's bleeding, he said, when the grandmother asked about Andre. That's when the grandmother woke her daughter and her boyfriend, telling them to go to the Martina's house to see what was going on. Andre was unconscious with a severe head wound and was taken to Children's Wisconsin, where he was pronounced dead. McCroy said she never thought in a million years something like this would happen. He got up in the middle of the night, thinking his money had been stolen from his wallet, and began attacking both boys, eventually focusing on Andre. Martina beat Andre with a mallet, a sledgehammer, 2 belts, a coat rack, and a cane in his home over the period of 60 to 90 minutes. Martina is charged with 5 felonies, including first-degree intentional homicide, in connection with Andre's death on Sunday. The grandfather faces life in prison. Martina's mother, who is disabled and unable to intervene, witnessed the attack, as did Andre's 8-year-old brother, who suffered a broken finger and bruising. Andre attempted to flee twice, first by running out of the house, and the other by locking himself in a bathroom. Martina was able to grab him the first time and drag him back into the house and pick the bathroom lock later. In an interview with police, Martina said he had told the boys in the past, "If you lie, if you mess up in school, if you steal, I'm going to kill you." He told police he lost control in beating Andre and will have to deal with this expletive for the rest of my life. Martina was previously convicted of first-degree reckless homicide in Milwaukee County in 1990, online court records show. On Friday, September the 10th, 12-year-old Andre Smith II was laid to rest. At Friday's funeral, Andre's parents remembered the child who loved Minecraft and Fortnite. Andre's family and teachers say he was the one who always kept them laughing. "I just want y'all to remember my brother as the happiest, goofiest child ever," said Andre's sister. During the funeral, Andre's mom played a video of her son singing and dancing. A proclamation from Mayor Tom Barrett was read.
In honor of Andre, Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett proclaimed today Wisconsin Ending Crimes Against Children Day.
After the service, in a statement, Nikita said, "I would like to thank all of those who have been in support to me and my children throughout this ordeal. The pain we are experiencing right now is indescribable. The abuse and neglect my son went through, he did not deserve. No kid deserves. My prayer is that Child Protective Services and the courts will take child safety and well-being more serious in order to prevent more tragedies. This murder should have never happened." The Wisconsin Department of Children and Families is conducting a review of Andre's death and any reports of suspected abuse involving the child. Martina remains jailed on a $750,000 cash bond.
Why would anybody in their right mind take children to a known murderer? We heard Andre's cry. His voice needs to be loud right now. So maybe what happened to him can save somebody else's child. Chance. And it's never enough that he's sitting in jail just getting his little space because of whatever suicide watch or something. It's never enough. My baby died a very painful death, and his 8-year-old brother seen it.
I'm gonna miss his hugs and him telling me I'm beautiful. I'm just gonna miss his smile and him being so animated and trying to make me and his brothers and sisters laugh.
Memories don't replace the future stolen the day a child is killed.